Yan, alright. So, nandito na tayo sa last lesson natin ngayong 4th grading period at ito na yung last topic natin for grade 9 science. And then, proceed na tayo sa lesson natin or last lesson natin which is all about the generation and transmission. At to become more specific, no, it's all about the electricity. And then, sa isang component ng generation and transmission of electricity, pag-uusapan natin yung ilan sa mga component nito just like yung power distribution grid. So yung power distribution grid is the flow of electrical energy from the power plant to our houses happens through an amazing system. We will describe yon. No, Dion, I'm sorry about this. Describe each of the power distribution stations sa mga susunod na slides. And then, tulad nitong power plant, no? Ito yung dito nagsisimula yung electricity generation, and then it consists of spinning electrical generator often run by either water wheel or gas or steam turbine. Depende po kung ano po yung medium na ginagamit nila. And then it produces three-phased AC power offset at 120 degree from each other. So I think yung AC, which means alternative current or alternating current. Correct me if I am wrong. And then next po yung transmission substation. So it is a three-phased AC voltage enters this part. Large transformers convert this voltage to extremely high voltages for long-distance transmission on transmission grid. And then this usually occurs in three very large wires. The third wire is often the ground wire, which attracts lightning. And then yung distribution grid, it is the high voltages are stepped down in here, and then the place where transmission to distribution of electricity in power substations occur. Then yung distribution buses, and the electricity flows from the transformer to the distribution bus. The bus distributes the power to two separate distribution. And then yung regulator banks. These banks regulate the voltage to prevent under voltage or over voltage condition. Nakikita natin sa mga tuktok ng mga poste. The next po yung top wires or taps. Top wires connected from regulatory banks to the transformer drums to the house. And then yung transformer drums, the transformers reduce the voltages to 240 volts, which is the normal voltage in our houses. There are two wires running out of the transformer and three wires running to the house. The two wires from the transformer are insulated, while the third one, known as the ground, is bare. And then the insulated wires carry 120 volts each, and then this voltage enters our houses through a typical watt-hour meter on which electrical energy consumption is read for computation of electric bill. So, ito na po yung energy transmission ng power plants. So, ayun po yung process niya. And then, suddenly, basta sa nakikita nyo ditong mga generator and generator of electricity, no? Our country is not only blessed with beautiful beaches and tourist spots or mga natural resources. There are also numerous energy resources sa sa bansa natin. The coal-fired power plants of the country ranked second to US in terms of generated energy. Aside from coal-generated power plants, electricity is also generated from hydroelectric sources, wind sources, and other alternative resources such as biofuel, biogas, and solar cells. And then next po, yung power losses. Basically, there are two major reasons for power losses during transmission and distribution. Technical losses account for about 22.5% loss and are brought about by energy dissipated in conductors, equipment for transmission, transformers, sub-transmission lines, distribution lines, and some magnetic losses in transformer. Accordingly, the main technical reason for power loss is due to lengthy distribution lines, especially in rural areas. Inadequate size of conductors of distribution lines, installation of transformers away from load centers, low power factor of primary and secondary distribution system, transformer sizing and selection, unequal load distribution, leaking and loss of power, and overloading of lines. And then, ito yung mga suggested solutions no, para masolusyonan or para ma-resolve yung power losses. One of these are, no, hindi na pala is to improve the power factor by using shunt capacitor, proper pressure maintenance to avoid sparking and heating of contacts, replacement of deteriorating wires, and periodic inspection should be made regularly to avoid any cause of leaking power. Yun po yung mga solution dyan. And then, we must need to proceed to the calculating energy use. So, do you know that you can calculate your electric bill? But before that, let us know the basis of calculating your electric bill. One of the factors to be considered is the power rating of your appliances. Maraming mga computation pagdating dito sa paggamit natin ng kuryente. At just like yung Meralco, yun yung kilalang electrical companies, but hindi lang po Meralco yung yung humahawak ang lahat ng mga electrical lines dito sa Pilipinas. May mga respective electrical companies na nag-ooperate na hawak din ng government or yung rural government na nandun sa lugar nila. Hindi lang naman Meralco yan. Kumbaga dito lang sa atin sa Cavite, sa Manila, Laguna, and some other parts sa Pilipinas, no, gumagamit ng Meralco. Then, yun nga, may tanong ako, what is power? Alam niyo naman kung anong ibig sabihin ng tanong ko na yun. And then, susunod, you learned in grade 8, no, that three electrical basic quantities, which are current, voltage, and resistance. Multiplying the voltage and current is equal to power. And for instances, the power rating of an appliance depends on both the voltage and current. The formula in finding power by using the unit of watts is so ito na nga, no, yung P stands for power or watts, yung V stands for the voltage or volts, no, yung volts ang ginagamit nating unit, and then yung I stands for the current, no, or yung unit na ginagamit natin is yung amperes, no. So yung symbol ng watt is the watts IW, yung volts ay letter V, and then yung amperes ay letter A. So, for example, an electric fan draws 5 ampere current from a 220 volt outlet. Its power input is 1,100 watts for one appliance yun yan. So, the power rating is large in number. So, the unit used to combine power rating in a household is in kilowatt, or yung kW, which is equal to 1,000 watts. All of the appliances in a household may have a combined power rating. That is why energy is usually computed based on the time of usage of the appliances. To get the total energy used by an appliances in an hour, multiply the power consumption by the 1 hour as in the formula below, or yung below na tinutukoy ko. Ito po yung next slide. Ito po yun. E is equals to P. No, yung E stands for the energy used, and then yung unit na gagamitin natin is yung kWh or kilowatt hour. Yung P, yun yung power or yung watts. No? Watts yun yung unit na gagamitin natin for the value of power. Then yung T stands for time, and then usually the unit na ginagamit natin dyan is yung second. So the unit of measurement for energy usage is kilowatt hour, which is 1 kilowatt of power for a period of 1 hour. For example, the reading in the analog meter shows that the customer has used almost 8,000 kilowatt hour, 7,786 kilowatt hour to be exact, while the reading in the digital meter of another customer is exactly 40.608 kilowatt hour. To find how much energy used in 1 month, your last month's reading is subtracted from the total. Try to solve the following sample problems in calculating energy cost sa susunod na slide. So, nandito na tayo sa sample problems in calculating energy or electrical energy cost. So, sample problem number 1. All of the computers in the ICT room are in use for 5 hours every day and together use 8.3 kilowatts. How much energy is used in a day? So, yung given natin, yung kanyang power is 8.3 kilowatts, then yung time is 5 hours. So, may correction lang ako in terms of, yun nga, balikan natin yung dito. Usually dito sa part na ito, usually yung ginagamit natin na unit is yung second, but due to some other fact na kailangan hour dapat yung hinahanap natin to determine the energy used capacity para masustain natin yung unit na ito from kilowatt hour. Ang pangit naman kung kilowatt second, di ba po? So, given naman ito pero papalitan na natin, no, for the sake of formality. Ayan, no, nakita ninyo, pinalitan ko na. So, balik tayo dun. So, yun nga po, no. So, yung required is yung energy used. And then, yung equation is E is equals to PT. So, i-multiply natin yung power at saka yung time. So, 8.3 kilowatt times 5 hour. So, yung answer is 41.5 kilowatt hour. Ganun lang po kasimple. Ipag-combine natin yung unit na ito. Yung kilowatt at saka yung hour. Ayan. And then, how much does it cost to operate a 400 watts television for 8 hours if electrical energy cost 6.88 pesos per kilowatt hour includes both generation and distribution charges from Meralco rate as of January 2014. Ayan, napalitan na natin ng 8 hours na. And then yung ang gagawin natin dito, ang hinahanap natin kasi dito is kilowatt hour, pero ang given natin is watts lamang. So papalitan natin siya ng units from watt, gagawin natin siyang kilowatts. So magkakaroon tayo ng conversion of units. So yung 400 watts is i-divide natin siya sa 100 hindi pala 100, 1000 watts. Cancel out the same units and then ang magiging output niya is 0.400 kilowatts. So, instead of 400 watts, magiging 0.400 kilowatts. And then, yung required niya is energy at kailangan natin alamin yung cost niya. Kasi yun yung tanong, how much does it cost? So, yung equation is yung E is equals to PT and then yung cost is equals to electrical energy cost. Energy used, no? Multiply by electrical energy cost. No? Malalaman natin dito kung paano natin gagawin yan. So, una, yung E is equals to PT muna. So, 0.400 kilowatts multiply by 8 is equals to 3.2 kilowatt hour. Tapos na tayo, meron na tayong value ng E. Ayan na po. So, ang hinahanap natin ngayon is yung cost. So, yung cost, no? 3.2 kilowatt hour multiplied by 6.88 pesos. Cancel out natin yung kWh na yan or yung kilowatt hour na yan. Since cost ang hinahanap natin, i-multiply natin yung 3.2 sa 6.88. So, the right answer is 22.02 pesos ang magagastos natin. So, ayun po. Yun lamang po, no? So, natapos na tayo sa lahat ng topics natin for grade 9 and then I hope na nakakayanin ko pang mga gawa ng mga topics for grade 10. I hope na matapos ko siya. And then, yun, ang upload na, since natapos na tayo sa mga topics natin, kung meron kayong mga clarifications, questions, and concerns, leave a comment below and then pipilitin natin na makagawa pa ng mga videos, no? As long as kung makakaya ko. So, abang-abang na lang tayo sa mga uploads. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday tayo nag-upload at 10 AM, no? Abangan nyo yun. Abangan nyo lang siya, 10 AM. At i-upload ko rin siya. And then, suddenly, din na natapos yung ating lesson. So, hopefully may natutunan tayo sa buong journey natin simula nung mga topics natin from grade 7 up to grade 10. So, grade 9. No? Gagawin ko pa lang kasi yung grade 10. So, yun lamang po, no? Like, comment, and subscribe. And then, yun po. At dito ko na po tatapos yung lesson na ito. So, that's all for today. Goodbye.